5 things you missed in Arsenal 4, Norwich City 0. That is right lads, Arsenal Football Club have now won 3 games in a row. After beating Southampton and Sheffield United in the last few weeks, in the latest edition of Life as an Arsenal Fan, we saw Arsenal beat Norwich City 4-0 at the Emirates Stadium. Not only was it a resounding result, but there is so much to talk about. From Arsenal moving up to 7th place in the league, to what exactly is happening with Guendouzi, to even Cedric Soares coming onto the pitch and in a matter of 4 minutes scoring an absolute screamer. And where exactly does that leave man like Hector Bellerin? 4-0 to the Arsenal. All Arsenal fans in the world are happy, but in my case there are still a lot of things to talk about and dissect. So with that being said guys, let's get into today's video and let's discuss 5 things that you guys missed in Arsenal 4, Norwich City 0. Let's be talking. Lads, I'll tell you what, today has been a very good day. It started off so brightly after all as I woke up to the news that Arsenal starlet Bukayo Saka has signed a new 4-year contract, and after seeing that I saw my team win 4-0 at the Emirates Stadium and saw my right back score an absolute screamer on his weak foot. And I'm not talking about you Hector Bellerin. Yo, what's on guys, my name is Ceballos and welcome back to my channel. In today's video lads, we are back again to discuss the mighty Arsenal as we win 4-0 against Norwich City, who yeah, they're bottom of the table, but who really cares? 4-0 is 4-0 bro. And so of course with Arsenal winning 4-0 and moving back up to 7th in the Premier League above Tottenham Hotspur, let's just say as always with Arsenal Football Club there is so much, and I mean so much, to talk about lads. And today we shall discuss. But with that being said guys, before we get into the video, so make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video. Also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We have recently hit 11,000 subscribers, so thank you very much. On to 12k and then on to 20k lads. Make sure to subscribe. Also as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the game itself, on the result, on where it leaves Arsenal, on players like Cedric Soares. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram, my Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. The links are all in the description, boy. But with that being said guys, let's get into this video. And as you guys may have noticed, your boy is in a good mood because today lads, it's been a good day. 4-0 to the Arsenal. Here's 5 things that you guys missed. Let's be talking. Starting off lads, let's get straight into it. Cedric Soares should start over Hector Bellerin. Man like Cedric Soares, you know, we have waited exactly 6 months, and I said 6 long months, to see you finally play in an Arsenal kit, and just in the space of 4 minutes you let loose a screamer on your weak foot bro. I'll tell you what Cedric, those 6 months were long, but they were most definitely worth the wait. And not only was it followed by a nice cool calm celebration, it just backed up what Mikel Arteta was saying in the week. What I'm referring to of course is Arteta's quote in his press conference where he said Cedric Soares is our best fullback when it comes into that final third. Now of course that's a massive statement to make with Arsenal having the likes of Kieran Tierney, Hector Bellerin, 80 minute nows, but when you see Cedric Soares in his first 4 minutes of his Arsenal career smash a bottle of bins like that, you have to say to yourself, fair play Mikel, you got it right there. And so not only in the space of 4 minutes has Cedric Soares already outscored Aaron Wan-Bissaka's entire Premier League career, but also all jokes aside lads, let's get it straight, he for me now should be starting over Hector Bellerin. It took only 60 minutes of watching Cedric play for me to see exactly what we were missing out on the right hand side. What Cedric showed to me was a guy who when he gets forwards he can cause teams issues, and he's not like Bellerin, because of course in the game prior Hector Bellerin of course did start and he was absolutely again shambolic. He was getting forwards in the positions but he was doing nothing with the ball. And so then in the 77th minute when Arteta chose to bring on Cedric Soares, oh boy was it worth the wait. Not only in the space of 4 minutes has he already shown his ability to let one loose, but I will go as far as saying he is already showing why he is better than Hector Bellerin as things currently stand. In terms of the Hector Bellerin we're currently seeing, we're seeing a Bellerin who is nowhere near confident enough, who has a lack of pace, a lack of sharpness, and nowhere near to the standard Arsenal need right now. And so for me, if I'm being honest with you, going into the next game, I would like to see Cedric Soares play for the Arsenal. Because after all, my friend, if you can supply me bangers like that week in week out, then Cedric Soares, you were earning away to a cheeky little contract extension. But alas, for now, that goal does very nicely, my bro. Trent Alexander-Arnold, move aside, my friend. Okay, I'm only joking. Moving on to the next thing, lads, a bit more of a negative one, and that is this the end of Matteo Guendouzi? Ale Matteo, what is going on, my friend? That is right, not only has Matteo Guendouzi been left out of the Arsenal squad once, not just twice, but 3 times, bro. In today's game, Arteta once again chose to leave out Matteo Guendouzi from the Arsenal entire first team squad. And so again, the first time I was like, okay, cool, it's just one time. The second time I was like, okay, this is getting a bit dodgy now. The third time I'm going, yo, Matteo, what is going on, my bro? And so when the reporters then questioned Arteta on Matteo Guendouzi, he said, simply, the situation has not changed. And so of course what he's referring to is last week he said there was a couple internal issues, and obviously what he's saying is those internal issues are yet to be resolved. And so I can't lie to you guys, I am starting to get worried, especially for Matteo Guendouzi, because being left out of the entire Arsenal squad 3 times in a row, especially when Arsenal don't have already that many midfielders, tells me something really bad is happening right now. And for me, that's a prospect of Matteo Guendouzi leaving Arsenal day by day, game by game, is getting higher and higher and higher. And the only way this scenario for me can be resolved is Matteo Guendouzi himself. He needs to have a deep, long look at himself and almost understand that, listen, I've made a few mistakes, my attitude hasn't been right, and it's time to get my laces up and let's do the business. But rest assured, if Matteo Guendouzi does not do that and does not oblige to Mikel Arteta, he is going to be sold come the summer transfer window. And so the question then goes to you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the entire Matteo Guendouzi situation. Are you happy with it? Are you against it? Should we sell him? Should we keep him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Ale Matteo, I don't even know, my bro. Moving on to the third thing you may have missed, and that was yet another Alexandre Lacazette disaster class. Lads, I think it is time we launch an investigation to where they are hiding Lacazette from last season, because I can assure you right now the Lacazette we're seeing is not the Lacazette we saw last season. Because that's right, yet again today we saw Alexandre Lacazette start and he was nothing short of absolutely average at best. Again, he never looked threatening, he didn't score a goal, he never made chances for himself, and overall just had a very average performance. And so you ask yourself the question, if the guy can't score in a 4-0 victory at home against bottom of the table Norwich, why on earth are we going to keep him come this summer? And I don't want to just criticize him on the basis of the fact that he hasn't scored a goal. It's more to the fact that his performances are just simply not up to scratch. There's too many games where he just goes missing, or he doesn't hold the ball enough, and he does not look the Lacazette we had last season. Because make no mistake, the Lacazette we had last season was a ice cold finisher in front of goal, whereas the Alexandre Lacazette of this season is nothing short of Maran Shamak with a skin fade. Laka bro is simply not good enough. And also for me, another key thing is by Arteta dropping Eddie Nketiah and starting Lacazette. For me, that is also a very key thing, because I think Arteta was treating this game against Norwich as almost a rest game. And if you noticed, a lot of Arsenal's first teamers were sitting on the bench. So I think by Arteta starting Lacazette in this game and dropping Nketiah to the bench indicated to me that he now sees Nketiah as Arsenal's first team striker. And off the basis of Lacazette's recent form, that is definitely vindicated. And as I have said numerous amount of times in my past videos, come this summer transfer no, Alexandre Lacazette, I love you bro, but it is time to go. If you want to stay at the Arsenal, it's simple. Score some goals, bro. Over to you, mi hermano. Moving on to the fourth thing that you may have missed, and that is Arsenal once again starting in a back three. Now, I can't lie, this again, I'm not quite sure about Mikel. And that is because, of course, Mikel Arteta once again chose to line Arsenal up like he did against Sheffield United in a back 5 or back 3 formation. And the back 3, of course, was Mustafi, David Luiz, and Sead Kolasinac. Now, I have nothing wrong with you testing ideas out, but in this game, for me, I think it showed exactly why we shouldn't be playing this formation. Yes, it gets the best out of David Luiz, and yes, they might get the best out of Sead Kolasinac as well, but overall in that game for me, we were simply too passive. Even though we won 4-0, let's be real, for most of that second half, Norwich were dominating that ball, and that is simply because by having a back three, you take up midfielders, meaning you have less dominance in the game. And make no mistake, lads, we are Arsenal Football Club. We should be dominating Norwich at home. And in that second half, up until the Arsenal third goal, Norwich City were dominating Arsenal Football Club. And I am not having that, Mikel. And so for me, in terms of the back three, yes, it might get the best out of David Luiz, and yes, it might get the best out of Sead Kolasinac. But also at the same time, let's get it straight, make no mistake, it is not the formation that Arsenal should be going with. And for me, the formation that I would like to see Arsenal play is the 4-3-3 system. Make no mistake, Mikel Arteta, we brought you in to make us play at Man City, so start making us play in the formation like Manchester City. Enough of the 3-4-3 and more to the 4-3-3, bro. Because if I'm being brutally honest, right now watching Arsenal some games is simply too boring. But alas, we did win 4-0, so on that hand, I am not complaining. Moving on to the fifth and final thing, lads, and that is, should Arsenal keep Dani Ceballos? Mr. Paella and Mr. Strella, what do I say? Yet again, Dani Ceballos today had another impressive Arsenal performance. And I'll tell you what, under Mikel Arteta so far, you can potentially argue Dani Ceballos has been one of Mikel Arteta's best performers. Because what we're seeing in Ceballos now is a sense of consistency. You know with Ceballos what you're getting as a player who is a lovely one-touch player who can progress the ball the best out of the Arsenal midfield, and overall is a very elegant midfielder. And again, in the performance against Norwich, we saw exactly what he can offer us. That guy who can progress the ball, who can make dribbles, who can make key passes, and and get that ball into that final third area. And when it comes to the Arsenal midfield, I think what Dani Ceballos offers us is a more dynamic midfielder than what we currently have. And so again, it does pose the massive question with Arsenal not having an obligation to buy and not having an option to buy either. Do Arsenal go out there and spend the money and make Ceballos' loan a permanent deal? Because make no mistake, with his contract at Real Madrid still being a massive one, we are not going to get him on a cheap deal. And I personally think by signing Ceballos, you're going to have to spend either 30 to 40 million pounds. And so I'm going to ask you guys the question in the comments below. Would you like to see Arsenal spend that 30 to 40 million pounds on Ceballos, or instead go out then sign players like Jack Grealish or Dominic Szoboszlai or any other player you want to see play at Arsenal? In terms of my personal opinion, I see Ceballos as a player who's our most progressive player. I also like the fact that he constantly keeps that ball moving, he's one touch and pass. But at the same time, spending 30 to 40 million pounds on Dani Ceballos, I don't know. On one hand, you can look at his age, the guy's still only 23 years of age, he's still got so many years ahead of him. He's also now fully adapted to the Arsenal first team, the environment, so if you do sign him, there's going to be next to no adaptation period. But on the other hand, is he actually worth 30 to 40 million pounds? Lads, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But for me, Danny, a couple more last minute goals like you did against Sheffield United, and I will personally hand deliver that contract to you myself. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Keep Dani Ceballos or let Dani Ceballos go. But with that being said, guys, I am going to end the video then there. Also, do subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We are on the road to now 12,000 subscribers. Once again, thank you very much for 11,000. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on the likes of Ceballos, Guendouzi, Cedric Soares, and anything else you want to discuss. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure to follow all my social media, my Instagram and my Twitter, and also subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. As always, the links are in the description below. But with that being said, guys, let's end the video there and there. In today's video, lads, of course, we have discussed Arsenal 4, Norwich City 0. Arsenal were back into 7th place above Tottenham Hotspur, and you know what? We are finally starting to find some sort of consistency. But with that being said, guys, I will see you next time in a bit, bro.